I hope you're having an amazing day. My name is Colin, and in this video I will give you the top 3 best crypto gaming opportunities that are happening this week. Nothing in this video is financial advice, it is for entertainment purposes only. The first thing I'm going to cover, I have already covered on this channel before, and it's Ninneko, because I have a very big update. The last time I covered this specific project, the price was 5 cents. It did literally do a 3x within hours of me publishing the video, so you might expect some movement. Today it is down, but still super up from where I called it at 5 cents. Obviously, I am in a position where I will give back to the community for you guys supporting me. And today we're going to give away a Ninneko NFT. These NFTs vary in rarity, going basically from the normal version for about $130 all the way to the wild ones, which basically hold a value minimum of $650. So quite valuable indeed, and you can win one of these NFTs by taking the following actions as described down below. Like this video, hit the subscribe button, follow and retweet on Twitter. The list is down below. I will select the winner in the coming days for the Ninneko NFT to be announced on my Twitter. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and then retweet and follow on Twitter. That's all you need to do. The reason I'm so pumped about Ninneko is that they have been making major moves. The reason I discussed it on this channel before, exactly here, is that they were going to implement some major milestones. And you can definitely see on the price of the token, this has been reflected quite nicely. So first of all, on launch zone, they did a mint for the actual NFT boxes that bring these NFTs, which did extremely well, right? All the rounds were completed. When you look at the actual price at the current moment, specifically as of this recording, it came down from about 15 cents once and recovered. Now it's coming down again to about 12 cents. Very much likely that in the next couple of hours it will recover again. The main question I get a lot is, why is Ninneko such a little gem project? Because it's holding a microcap. There is a very little verified supply of less than 1%, bringing the fully diluted market cap at 23 million and the current market cap only $300,000. Which means that there's extreme room for growth, right? If we look the year to date or even the all-time project, the price has been before at the all-time high of about 84 cents, right? Taking quite a downtrend, we see an upward trend just being created as of this year, right? Basically, as soon as I called it at the recent all-time low, it went up tremendously. Do I think there's an opportunity here still? Yes, this is literally an easy 10, 20, 30% in my opinion. Long-term holding, obviously with the quality of the game they have presented, you're looking at an easy 300 to 500% in a couple of months. Right? This is from an investment point of view. Just my opinion, something I predict that will happen. If you look at the actual game that has been published so far, this is the little trailer, but if you go to Ninneko on Telegram, which I'll show you in a second, you can already download the actual beta. So the beta is already live, it is playable, which people in my community tell is extremely addictive. So because of that beta progress, the official launch is inevitably coming up soon, right? As per their previously communicated calendar, right? So when we look at that calendar in a second, so this is basically how the game works, right? It's using like a Heroes of Might and Magic type of approach, 6 against 6, 3 against 3, and then you can earn quite significant rewards. People tell me the game is quite addictive. I haven't played it myself, I just didn't have the time yet. But when we open the Ninneko announcements and go to basically the overview that I showed you on this channel before, where they have an overview of all the milestones, it's right here, right? So the beta test mainnet, January 10th, has been deployed today, right? Then the listing of the actual token, the meta token, and then you have the official launch of the game. This is all happening in January. So within the next 2 weeks, you will see rapid movement on this game. And that's why I'm saying, at least for this week, I would recommend you to keep your eye on Ninneko. If you play this video, let me just remove the volume. They do give a lot of additional information in terms of everything that has been moving, and you can see that the game is, I would say, 99% ready to be played, right? Where a lot of these games are still in the early development stages, this game is ready, this game is playable, and it looks pretty attractive. So if you're interested in that, hang on, let me close that down. There is a link here, I think the announcement here. One day, okay, here you go. So for the Android version, if you are in the Ninneko announcement Telegram group, you can click here on the PC version here, and then it will be downloaded. So you can play Ninneko on the official network, use your own NFT cats to play the game, and try earning the meta, which is basically the in-game currency. You can't claim it just yet because it's in the beta. Once it goes to the alpha, it obviously will reset. So all data, including meta token, will be reset before the start, but you at least can figure out how you can claim it. So as soon as it goes live, you would basically be the first one. Now, they have an overview of the marketplace as well, and just this morning got 8,000 holders of the token. So the reason I'm bullish on this, and I have covered it, I think 2 or 3 times already on this channel before, is the potential growth. So 8,000 holders is not that much, right? It's a milestone for them, for the team, which is great. But the tradable volume is moving up, which I think is very important. So all the volume is basically centered on PancakeSwap. Now, when I'm looking at the milestones, I'm taking a neutral point of view. Yes, I'm looking at the historic pattern, and we've seen that at least 50, 40, 60, that range is quite feasible, right? The first milestone is to bring it back to post-IDO trend, which is 30 cents, which is already a 3x from here. So I'm not saying it's going to do 100x, right? But I do believe, specifically when I called it less than a week ago, right? This was like 4 days ago at 5 cents. It went all the way up to 15 cents that specific day, right? And that's obviously because of the trend with all the releases. Now the beta is coming out, people are playing it, people are enjoying it, they understand the play to earn mechanics. What are they going to do? They are going to acquire Ninneko tokens to play the game, right? The game is coming out in the next 2 to 3 weeks, which creates a lot of opportunity for early investors, but you gotta be early, which would mean that somewhere this week you would have to make your move. Obviously, there are people who probably bought in here who are now selling, which also makes sense, right? So there's not a linear upward trend. You do see a lot of ups and downs on the chart, right? Here's like 13, here's 15, but would you hop on here, then literally you only have to wait 2.5 hours and you have a 10% gain already. So if you do it this with larger amounts, obviously you have to be aware that the chart will move quite aggressively, right? If we're going to PooCoin, for example, I can show you this, but it does show, in my opinion, a good opportunity. That's why I want to sketch it. So this is the real-time chart. Right now it's on 11, so it's taking a downward trend. I think, to be fair, as soon as I upload this video, which will be about 5 hours from now, so it will be about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock Central European time, right? UTC, 4 o'clock UTC time, there will be an uptrend again, right? 14, 15 cents. Why? Because it's such a micro cap. So all the transactions will have a direct impact on the price. It's only 300K, right? We're not talking millions. So Ninneko, definitely an amazing opportunity right now. Definitely short-term trending, long-term high potential, in my opinion. And I'm sure I will cover it again on my channel after the launch actually goes live and it's fully playable, the breeding is active. So if you are interested in Ninneko, check it out. If you want to win one of my 6 beautiful Ninneko NFTs, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and head over to Twitter to retweet and follow me there to be eligible. Winner will be announced in a couple of days. All right, number 2, right? Number 2. And this might surprise you because you need to keep your eyes on SolChicks. Not because I'm expecting an upward trend, something else, right? More so the other way. So they did a listing on Gate.io, which basically occurred probably somewhere here, right? So it went up and then it came down. So it's sitting currently at about 8.5 cents from at the market cap of 20 million, so still really high. You can compare it to Ninneko. Like, Ninneko has a working game, Solchix doesn't have a working game. This project is, in my opinion, way overpriced. Do I hold a lot of tokens still? Yes. Have I sold all my tokens that I had available? Yes. I'm just waiting on my vesting. And that's what I want to talk about. So for this week, one of the major milestones. So today is January 10th. In 3 days, the next vesting is released. Right, and the next vesting from the people who participated in the IDO. This is an extremely important date if you are a Solchix holder or you're interested in the Solchix project. Why? Because most likely the project will dump even further. My projection is that the Solchix price will go down below the IDO price. There is one more significant event coming up, which is the Binance NFT mint of the third wave. So there's a third wave of these actual NFTs. So if we pick that up, here it is. So there will be 5,000 additional NFTs. In circulation, there are already currently 5,000. These were 3 Solana each. And the third wave will be 5 Solana, right? However, there is very little information available. With the mint literally happening tomorrow, there is almost no information. Anytime anybody asks anything about this, so if I go to Telegram and I pull up the actual Solchix chat, I don't know where it is. Basically, we're expecting a confirmation from Binance. This literally every time somebody asks this question, and every single 5 minutes somebody asks this question, what is the information on the launch? We're waiting for Binance, we're waiting for Binance, we're waiting for Binance. And that to me sounds like all kinds of excuses, because you can't mint on the Binance marketplace in Solana. You need to mint in BNB or BUSD, right? So what's happening? What's going on? My confidence for this mint is going down. I'm not going to participate. And this is reflecting itself in the actual NFT price of the Solchix, which has gone down to 6.8 Solana. So literally every week, the floor of these NFTs goes down by at least 1 Solana. They got listed on Fractal, so that's quite nice. Let me close this so you can actually see it. But again, 6.8 Solana as well. So there's quite some NFTs for sale here, but it's just not doing that well, right? Overall, if we look at the sales, people are picking up some of these NFTs, but there's not significant volume compared to other Fractal marketplace listed series. This is very disappointing. Why? Because the price is moving in a downward trend consistently. Well, let me remove at least the first IDO part. So you can see that there was a major announcement here. It didn't have any realistic impact. There was a downward trend. Then there was the Gate IO listing, upward trend, and again downward, because there just wasn't enough buyers, right? Even on Gate alone, there's only 207K volume, which still the volume is below $1 million. In this case, when we look at something like, well, I can even pull up Ninneko again, which is like a super micro cap game, right? Ninneko. And it's literally at 1.5 million volume. It shows the tremendous potential on this project, and it shows the very disappointing matter of Solchix. The one thing I want you to understand is there's 2 components to this. One, the biggest problem is the circulating supply, right? With such a huge supply, they sold dozens of millions of dollars worth of supply. There's basically the only problem with this market cap and with this fully diluted market cap is that the project is way overvalued for what it currently is, in my opinion. The volume is drastically low, meaning nobody's looking to buy and most people are looking to sell. If I would have to make a percentage, 95% of investors are looking to sell and only 5% of investors maybe still have the confidence. And that's just a guesstimate, right, from my end. The next vesting is coming up, which means that more tokens will be added to this supply, which means that this market cap is going to likely double, right? Close to double. What that means is that the value again goes up. More tokens are in circulation, but nobody's buying or nobody's looking to buy. So what happens is this price goes down. I am forecasting it right now. In 3 days, we're going to see below IDO pricing, right? There was a good opportunity to bring good news. So the gate launch was good news, right? The first centralized exchange with some volume there. But again, it didn't do anything for the price because people are losing faith in this team and in this project. No matter the claims they make about the long term, the short term for investors is as important, because as soon as you lose confidence from your investors, your project is dying. And that's what's happening with SolChicks. Basically right now it's bleeding, right? We would say if you have 3 times IDO price and you're going to move down, you're bleeding. And as soon as it goes under IDO price, you're dying, because your investors are making a loss. They're looking to dump, exit the project. And it doesn't mean that the project can't recover, right? It might recover when the game goes live, when they use the burn mechanic. But I believe that there are easier ways to burn tokens. They raised about, I think, between 25 to 30 million dollars. They can do a lot of things with this money, but they're not doing it, right? Why not? Well, that's up to the team, right? There's quite an inexperienced team behind this apparently, which is quite unfortunate. One thing that I even came up with myself, which if you're looking to watch the community, one thing that I would do if I would be the owner in this case is do the actual NFT mint, right? But in SolChicks. So instead of committing BUSD, commit SolChicks. So there will be a high demand for the actual token, which means that the price is not going to double, but at least it's going to go to 10 cents again, right? Or it's going to stabilize. The volume goes up because people are buying the token to mint the NFTs, right? So instead of saying it is 5 Solana, which is about $750, which is extremely expensive for such a shitty NFT that doesn't do anything at the moment. It has no utility until the game launches in like 3 months. So why wouldn't you say, oh, maybe we don't do $750, we do 75,000 SolChicks tokens, right? Which means that there's a high demand all of a sudden for these tokens, because 5,000 times 75,000, we're talking millions of tokens have to be purchased in order to boost this sale. And I think they have the demand to sell out these NFTs. I don't think that's the problem. I think that will happen. But using their own tokens, that would have a huge benefit. Now you can even make it more crazy. If you're there for your investors and the community, you're going to say, we're going to mint these NFTs with SolChicks tokens and then burn all the tokens that are being raised. So one, people are going to buy them off the market, creating more demand, less supply, right? And then we're going to burn them, burning the supply even further, which means the price goes up because the circulation is being cut. In that case, the team doesn't earn anything on this additional mint. But I don't think they need to earn anything more because they already have 25 million from the official launch, which they're not spending. So why would they do another mint and again do a cash grab, which I don't see any use for, in my opinion. So that's basically the way that I would do it. Do the raise in chicks, right? If Binance would agree to that, but probably they want to do BUSD, which I do understand, but they should have thought about that before. Do the raise in chicks, right? Create artificial demand and then burn the tokens. Other than that, they might do a direct buyback where they're basically buying tokens off the exchange, which you do see major projects doing a lot, and then burn everything, right? So basically they're just buying 20 million worth of tokens, right? Which is not even enough, but it's a start. 20 million worth of tokens, and then they burn everything, which basically keeps, at least for a couple of weeks, if not months, the investors happy. If they can't do this, we're gonna go below IDO price and the project is dying. That's just my opinion. I'm at a point where for also 95% I have lost confidence, and I've covered this project since the start. I was extremely bullish on it, but the team just can't keep up and the investors are tired of waiting. Because after, let's say, it got delayed, the IDO, there have been numerous disappointing milestones, and I don't think I do think we're at a point currently where we're going beyond a point of recuperation, right? So you cannot win the trust back that easily once it's lost if you cannot live up to the hype. So no disrespect to the team, I'm just stating my opinion. This is just what I'm thinking, and I hope they can pull off a miracle. And it's not only about the price. The price is a reflection of how the market feels towards the project, right? It is solely focused on hype. So I'm not saying that they need to bring the price to 50 cents for me to regain confidence. What I want to see is I want to see actions by the team that show me that they're not in it just for the cash grab. They actually want longevity for this project. In that case, if they can do that, I will not sell any of my next vesting. And I will tell my community not to sell any of my vesting, our vesting, right? Or I would recommend it, just my opinion. And even that alone would have an impact on the price, right? Stabilize the price more, because my community, as we all have, a lot of SolChicks tokens. But yeah, we'll see over the next couple of days what SolChicks will do, specifically on the announcement of Binance minting tomorrow. But that was my idea. I think it's very important this week to keep your eye on that. The next one, the third one, and the last one we're going to cover is actually Sidus Heroes, because there's a super interesting announcement which I got notified of this morning regarding Sidus, which will show a pump in the Senate token. So I'm going to pull up Senate. I don't know if it's up already. No, it's still down, and down a lot. It just like plummeted basically while we're making this video. 10%, 5% down, 10%. What's happening? Is Bitcoin moving down? In the last, yeah, it's moving down a little bit, but not as significant. So let me pull up Senate again. So Sidus Heroes. There was a major announcement regarding the NFTs, which I wanted to discuss. So there's an article here explaining it. What are robo shuttles and why invest in them? We continue our series of articles on subjects from the Sidus game universe, and today we're going to talk about robo shuttles. A robo shuttle is a spaceship that is controlled by artificial intelligence and provides passengers transportation across dozens of different planets in the Sidus universe. They were designed based on research into extraterrestrial technology inherited from the Forerunners. There are 6 types of robo shuttles, each with different specifications and earning power. All right, so here we go. The building fee includes a contribution to the remuneration fund, I don't know what that means, for the dockyard builders, and the rest is burned. So again, there is a burning mechanic here. SolChicks, are you paying attention? The building fee is distributed equally among all players that are participating in the construction of the Sidus Central Space Station dockyard module as a reward for their participation. Why invest? Robo shuttles give access to neutral planets where you can farm valuable resources and materials, as well as find and tame pets, defeat monsters, etc. At some point later, you'll be able to sell resources you've extracted and invested. Okay, cool. Difference between the types. The 6 different robo shuttle types provide access to specific neutral planets. Moreover, each neutral planet has its own flora and fauna, thus its own unique resources. Okay. Rental, you can also rent them out. Okay, that's quite cool. Let's open this up. So the robo shuttle, number of seats. Basically, the more seats it has, the more rare it is, and the more pricier it is. Basically, the amount of spaceships available, okay, very little here. Building reward in Senate, okay, and then building fee in Senate. Okay, starting price. So first you need to buy it, and then you need to build it, and you do get some rewards as well. Okay, but they look extremely expensive if I'm looking at the current price. So for the cheapest one, it's 1,500 at the current price of Senate, which is about $3. A common, 1,500, 1,800. No, I'm kidding. What am I even saying? 2,300, 3,000, 6,000, 16,000, and $150,000, right? Which 7 total will be built. So this is like a huge cash grab. Okay, I don't know why they would make them so expensive, because this is 15,000, 30. So they're going to raise millions with this NFT launch. I don't hold a Sidus Heroes NFT any longer. So I don't hold the character, I don't hold the play pass, nothing like that. I am very much bullish on this game in the long term, because it's more long-term play. But I think for this week, the Senate tokens, specifically now, this is the announcement, which was posted today, just a couple of hours ago, So I think in the short, medium term, so let's say over the next 7 to 10 days when this becomes available, you will see a spike in the standard price. And it's good because it come down from about $5, even more, yeah, 570, and then $5 on the second spike when Bitcoin was crashing, but it hasn't crashed that hard. Yeah, it reduced 50% in value, but from the IDO price, it's still very, very high. If we go to CryptoRank, and I was in the IDO, right? So the IDO did really well. We did on Citus itself 61x, and on Senet we did 18.7x currently, which is tremendous results for a bearish moving market in that pattern. So extremely good still, but it makes these ships really expensive. You do get a building reward, which I would say is the compensation then, I assume. So the building fee, okay, is a contribution, but then there's a building reward. So I would like to know more about the reward. Okay. You'll be able to sell, okay, obtain a reward, greater the reward. Yeah, so I assume that the building reward is then what you will get back, which is about half the fee, and then you still need to pay the fee to build the actual ship at the end. Okay, so this is the 1 star. The building fee includes a contribution to the fund for dockyard builders, and the rest is burnt. So the building fee, and then if you build building reward, in Senate, I assume you receive this. If you also have to pay this, then it's ridiculous, but I understand that you need to pay this to build it, and I assume that then that's what you receive for people using your robo shuttle, right? Number of seats, 600 is obviously very crazy. Then there would be a good amount of business for your legendary shuffle. $150,000, it's not something that I would be interested in. If I would do something like this, there's only 30 spaceships on Epic with 300 seats. I'll probably be interested in Epic for like 15,000, but I would need some more information on the utilities of these spaceships before the actual game launch. Can I stake it for tokens? Is there some additional benefits? It's something I've been reading into lately, staking NFTs to get long-term passive income. But yeah, this might be a good opportunity for you to follow this week. Citus, Heroes, NFTs, Robo Shuttles. So make sure to check out their Twitter. This is the specific post. It was posted 1 hour ago, and you can read up on all the details. January 15th is happening, so this week. Of course, your boy Digits is bringing you the latest news. So that was everything for this top 3 video. Senet is going to pump. Ninneko, in my opinion, is going to pump. Soul Chicks, we're going to see where that's moving. If you want to participate in the Ninneko giveaway, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and of course follow me and retweet my tweet to be eligible. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.